Hey everyone, Irit here with a new process video. I'm going to start with an apology because at the end of the video the lighting gets a little bit weird because the sun was setting as I was making this layout and I had to get it done because of my deadline, so I couldn't wait for the next day for better light. Sorry about that. I am using my February hip kits. I love them, they are so gorgeous, and I really want to get some proper use out of them before the March kits arrive. And I started with cutting out these butterflies. I think I did the same thing in my previous layout, and I don't end up using them on that one. And I think also here I'm not going to use them. I know I'm not going to use them. I think my issue with them is that my fussy cutting is so bad that I just don't like how it looks. I'm especially lazy with the what do you call, like the tentacles of the butterflies. Is that the right word? And I just hate fussy cutting them, and I don't want to cut them off. So anyway, it doesn't look good. I really wanted to use pattern paper in this layout, and I'm going to use that one with the circles. You can find all the details of the products in the kit on the Hip Kit Club website. I know this one is from Crate Paper, but I can't remember if it's from the Maggie Holmes collection or the Oasis one. I think it's actually from Oasis, that big circle one. And I just thought it would be cute to cut it as kind of a big scallop, use that paper in that way. But this paper is gorgeous and it's light enough that you can use it as a 12 by 12 background if you want. And I think I didn't edit anything out in this video, so you can see me moving around a lot of things until I actually reach the final design. I don't know, I had a lot going on in the last couple of weeks. I was mostly working on my watercolor class, and I didn't have a lot of time to scrap, and it's like a muscle, you know, if you don't train it, then at the beginning it's kind of hard to get going. And that's how I felt doing this layout. It was still fun, but you know, because it's a design team project and I'm filming everything, I am more aware of how this is going nowhere and I don't like anything that I'm doing. But I know it's nice to see that everyone struggles, and sometimes it takes time for things to kind of click into place. And this is what was going on with this layout until I just decided to make some decisions, stick things down, and just go with it. So my first hardship here was deciding on the photos. I actually printed 3 photos and I didn't want to use all 3 of them. And I end up just using these 2 smaller ones, which I print on one 4x6 paper and just cut it in half. I like to do that. I don't like to leave them on a 4x6, although you could totally do that. But I just like how they look when they are a little bit, you know, stacked, like on top of each other. I just like that. It's a more dynamic look. So I had to stop the recording for a few minutes because my husband brought me a treat, and I was suddenly curious because I didn't know how it's called in English. So I went to, you know, the authority of everything, Wikipedia, and did some research. Now this thing is called in German Schwedenbombe, and I discovered that in English it's called chocolate covered marshmallow treat. So I don't know if it's something you can find anywhere, like everywhere in North America or something, but here it's pretty common. You can find it in every grocery store, supermarket, and in Israel actually it's also very, very common. It's called krembo, and I never liked it as a child, which is kind of weird, but I was a weird child that didn't like anything good. And yeah, now I kind of like it. It's one of those horrible, you know, sweets that have nothing natural in them. I think it's just all processed sugar and processed stuff, but sometimes you just need something like that in your system. And what can I say? It arrived to my desk. I did not seek it out. I didn't even know we had it in the house. So, yeah. Didn't think you would be hearing this on a scrapbooking layout video. Anywho, back to the layout. You see I'm using again one of my embellishment clusters. If you haven't seen that video, although it's gotten a lot of views, so you probably have, but if you haven't, check out the video where I show how I created these embellishment clusters from the February Hip Kits. They mostly have goodies from the Maggie Holmes Chasing Dream collection, but you can use anything in your stash because I talk about the principles, and yeah, it's not about the specific products, it's general. So this is where I started to put things down, commit to a few things, because this was driving me a bit crazy and I wanted to get this going. One of the reasons I love the Canon selfie is, it allows me to be flexible with my photo printing, with sizes and, black and white or color photos, according to what I want to scrap at the moment. But it also has this clear protective layer that it puts on the photos. And I love that because you can stick things on it and then remove them. If you try this with a regular printer, like a regular photo printer, it doesn't have that protective layer, and the ink will just lift if you stick something and then remove it. So I really love the Canon selfie for that. And I've learned how to adjust the settings a little bit to get better results with my printing. I mentioned this in a previous video, but I mostly find that I have to increase the saturation levels on my editing software more to what I would like to get the proper saturation level printed. So if you find that your photos are a little bit more bland, flatter, the colors are less intense than it looks on your screen, then try to just, compensate for that, raise the saturation levels, and then try and print and see if that gives you the results you want. So once I had a few things placed, everything else really went easily. You can see I just went to town on that sticker sheet from Maggie Holmes and added a bunch of stickers. I added them behind my photos to create some layers, and now I'm also adding some of the chipboard pieces. And I see that space below that layered embellishment and next to the delight in every moment, and that space is calling for something in it, and I'm going to add a stamp. I'm going to stamp the date on one of the label stickers from the Maggie Holmes sticker sheet that you see on the screen now. And then I'm going to add my journaling, and to do that I'm going to use the stamp set that came in the Project Life Kit, and it's from the new Paige Evans collection for Pink Paisley. And it has all kinds of really versatile stamps, great for planners and Project Life, and one of the stamps is these 3 lines. And I'm just going to add my journaling and a few little stickers and a couple of puffy stickers. You can see all those details in the final shots. Again, sorry about the light. You can see now the sun was setting and the window is to my left, so I have all these shadows. Sorry about that. I'll try to avoid that in the future and scrap in time for my deadlines. So yeah, just adding a few more tiny stickers where I think it's needed, and that's it. This is my finished layout. I had so much fun making this, even though the beginning was a little bit slow going, but I love how this turned out. So thanks so much for watching. Leave me a comment if you have any questions. I wish you a lovely Sunday. Bye.